Welcome back to another video of the AZ Sports Fan. It is Mike. Today is a very, very special episode we have here. We have the Big Katt in the house. He is from Keep Pounding TV. What is going on, dude? How you doing over there?
Hey, man. I got to do it, man. Pause up. What's going on? How you doing?
Had to do it. No, absolutely, man. Thank you so much for being on the show, man. Obviously, our teams are playing this coming Sunday. I'm excited about it. I'm assuming you are. I don't think there's a lot of national people excited about this game, but hey, man, there's another chance to get a win, right?
That's right. That's right. I think you guys need it too, especially after that downer of losing to the Lions.
Oh, yeah, man. I know. Everybody knows about that. And that's the kind of the frustrating thing. I'll go ahead and touch about that a little later on in the show here. But I wanted to go ahead and talk about the Panthers here and what we have in store for the Arizona Cardinal fans. Because like you, I'm assuming you have multiple subscribers, as I do, that pretty much think they have this game in the bag. Am I right?
Yeah, your assumption is right. But
yeah.
you guys are wrong, but I'm right. And we're right.
Love it. Love it. Okay, perfect. Well, we'll definitely go ahead and take a look here and let's see exactly what's going on here. So let's start off with some questions. I have a very important one that I'm actually really curious about myself, about your team here. Coming off the first win that you ended up getting against the Chargers, what is something that you really liked seeing in that game and something that you hated seeing in that game? Like what made you think that you actually won that game, or like what's something good that happened?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, here's the reason why I think we actually have a chance to really do some damage to you guys. Because of in that Chargers game, we had backup offensive linemen, second and third string offensive linemen going up against that monstrosity of a defensive line. And Joey Bosa, Linval Joseph, and Jerry Tiller. Taylor Moton didn't allow zero pressures against Joey Bosa. He got a sack, but it was on the other side against a third string backup lineman. So with that being said, we were able to move that ball up and down the field against the Chargers. And those guys are no slouch up front. They're no slouch. So, and I know you guys like to bring pressure from the linebacker spot, Chandler Jones and those guys. So after that job right there, I have no worries that we can get it done. Now, one thing that really worries me is the red zone struggles. Now, again, I do my research, and I did my research well on you guys. In the red, I think you guys are like 13th. When it comes to giving up points, and when it comes to third down conversions, you guys are number one. Out of 35 attempts against you guys, y'all have only given up 10 conversions on third down. So that really worries me because both of those are our weak spots, all right? And not to mention the fact that in the second half, we struggle for whatever reason to keep that momentum going. Going into the second half against the Chargers, we only had 17 yards of offense at one point. Wow. So, yeah, so that's kind of concerns me, man. If we do get a big lead or if we do get a significant lead, can we keep the momentum going? I don't know, man. Y'all got a nice defense.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I honestly do feel like the biggest main reason why we lost that game against the Lions was straight up Kyler Murray. And I've been saying this up and down all week that Kyler Murray had a terrible game, throwing 3 interceptions and possibly a 4th interception. And you can't expect to win games that way. And for some reason, that Lions defense had it out for him, and he just couldn't move the ball as effectively and as efficiently as he wanted it to. But yeah, man, that's just kind of like the way that the cookie crumbles. But congratulations on the first win. You guys are now 1-2.
That's right.
That's awesome. With the opportunity to go to 2-2, obviously I don't want that. But what is some weaknesses for your team specifically? Like if you were going to name a specific position for your team, what do you think would be like the biggest weakness?
The biggest weakness, man. That's good. I actually say our cornerbacks. They actually been doing a nice job, but I still don't trust them against D-Hop. I watched D-Hop against Okudah last week. And he made Okudah look real silly. So that kind of makes me nervous there. So I'm still not fully trusting our cornerbacks. We have a hell of a stud at safety by the name of Jeremy Chin. If you haven't heard about him, you'll find out Sunday. But other than that, the cornerbacks really worry me, man. So that's my weakness for the team.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody knows that, you can't stop D-Hop. You could probably slow him down, or you could probably hold him to maybe a little less than 100 yards, but he's going to get his yards and he's going to get open. So that's good to hear, at least on my end here, especially having D-Hop, and I think Christian Kirk's coming back, and Andy Isabella had a really, really good game, which is our speedster. So I hope we can build off of that, and that would be actually pretty cool from there on out. But I have another question for you here, man. As far as your rookie goes, Derek Brown, chosen, was it 7th overall, right? Because you guys were just before us.
8, I think. I'm thinking 8.
Oh, 8. I'm sorry.
You're right. I'm not sure. 7 or 8. One of them.
One of those, yeah. So quick question. Did you want Isaiah Simmons for your team, or were you happy with Derek Brown?
Let me say this. Bleep no. Bleep no. I didn't want Derek Brown. because I felt like his motor wasn't high enough. I wanted Kinlaw, but I'm glad I was wrong. Sometimes you got to catch an L, and I caught an L on that one, man. So Derek Brown is going to be phenomenal. He's starting off a little slow, but over these last 2 games, he has picked up. Isaiah Simmons, I always felt like that hybrid crap, that whole linebacker, safety, defensive end specialist, that doesn't work out in the NFL like that. You know what I mean? That's college. And I just wasn't sold on him. How's he working out for you guys?
Great question, man. Honestly, it's very frustrating, at least on the fan side of it all, because he's not on the field very much. He seemed to have the most snaps during the San Francisco 49ers game, and he looked silly out there. Raheem Mostert just did a real quick angle route and took it to the house. There was another touchdown that was done just on a flat route, and all these assignments were due to Isaiah Simmons' rookiness. And we tell ourselves here that, just due to a lack of OTAs and all that different stuff, it really affected him. Now, us here specifically, we're struggling on our safety position because all-pro, Buda Baker needs to get surgery on his thumb or something in his hand, and he's out for about a week or 2. So he's going to be missing this game. So there was rumors out there saying that is Isaiah Simmons going to get his opportunity in safety this game because, he can do all these different things. But no, it seems like they passed over him, and they're going to put Curtis Riley, which I don't know too much about, and then Deontay Thompson out of Alabama. So I don't know. It's a little concerning, to be honest with you, as far as the progression in Isaiah Simmons. I think we need to see a little bit more, but fans here are getting a little anxious and a little worried as to why we're not seeing him a lot.
As they should.
Absolutely, especially being that the hype that came out, especially the combine numbers that he put out there. We're expecting to be like a first game out there and just kind of show out there. But I've always told everybody, you got to be honest here, that linebacking role is probably one of the hardest positions to dominate because you're worried about the run, you're worried about covering either some athletic tight ends or a wide receiver. It's going to be really hard going from the collegiate level to the NFL. And a lot of people didn't really listen to me, but honestly, I wanted CeeDee Lamb for the wide receiver, but once we got D-Hop, it seems like that kind of went a little down and it seemed like we're going to go that route, but I honestly wanted CeeDee Lamb. But I'm happy with Isaiah Simmons. Definitely not a problem with it. I like him so far. Hopefully he can progress into something wonderful.
The problem is y'all using him wrong. I mean, I did a breakdown of him. He's lengthy. He's long. I mean, he can close gaps real fast. I seen him at Clemson, man. The thing is, he's not a linebacker.
Right.
If they were training him from the jump at safety, he has the intangibles to be a good safety. But the fact that, again, this whole hybrid crap and, he can hit in the box. And, sometimes they need to just stick to what they know, man, what they do best. That guy's tall. He can close gaps in a hurry. Put him at safety, man, and let him protect the top.
I agree, man. I completely 100% agree with you. That's kind of my worry when we drafted him because I know us. I know our coaching staff. I know the way our GM works. And it probably wasn't the best for him to come to us specifically. He probably would have had a better opportunity with another team. But it's just kind of the way that it happened. Hopefully he becomes awesome and blossoms into something awesome, like I mentioned. But quick question for you here. How do you feel like the Carolina Panthers are going to do against the Arizona Cardinals? Listen,
man. If you didn't catch the Key Pound TV live stream the other day, I said I'm celebrating early. This is the easy win for us. After that, the LA Chargers win, that offensive line. And listen, again, you guys bring pressure from everywhere. No worry. No, look at me. Absolutely no worries when it comes to this Arizona Cardinals. D-Hop, sure. We'll put a safety over top. Have somebody. And listen, and can I say this? Kyler Murray is overrated. Overrated.
What? Where's my Kyler Murray jersey? Yeah. My goodness.
Yeah, go ahead and burn that. Listen, this guy is a water bug. The reason why they keep him back in the air raid system is because he can't see over the line underneath the center. That's the reason why they got him in there. If you get pressure on Kyler Murray, he turns into just another 5-foot quarterback that can't see over the line. You got to put pressure on him. A lot of times what he does is they're so worried about D-Hop that teams, they ask so much defenders to help over top that pretty much what happens is once everybody has no spot on him, he just takes off running. He finds a lane to run. Right. But if you crush that pocket, and I mean you closing in from the outside and you closing in from the inside, he's not looking over there. Think about this. Hands all in your face, and you are already, 5 feet tall? Hands in your face. Man, it's a wrap. He's overrated, man. I'm sorry. He's overrated.
Very good. I mean, I guess the best way to see how somebody plays is actually playing against them. So I'm excited about it. Honestly, either you're right or I'm just, blowing steam up his butt, and I think he's MVP type caliber type player. Now, last game he wasn't. Completely agree. He did a terrible game, but I guess we'll find out this coming Sunday, man. This is the best part about it.
We're not gonna find out. I'm right. You're wrong. Man, listen, did you see those picks that he threw?
I did.
He was tearing down receivers because he was feeling feet. He was hitting feet. He was tearing down receivers. They weren't even like, you know what I mean, close to being open. They were just him just staring down. Hey, man.
I mean, I got to be honest here. I'm a little worried about the Carolina Panthers. I'm going the humble route because last week I ended up going like, oh, we're going to beat the Lions, and I ended up looking really dumb. So, but I did look up some stats here as far as the win-loss column against the Panthers. I think the last 5 times we played you guys pretty much had our number. And that's one of the things I'm really worried about because I know you guys are a physical type team. You guys beat us the last 4 out of the 5 times. Last time we beat you was back in 2013 with Carson Palmer, and you guys had Cam Newton, but that's not really saying a lot. One thing that really hurts me, honestly, and you probably had some great memories with this, but the NFC Conference Championship back in 2016 when you guys demolished the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, yeah, good times.
Yeah, do you remember that game? What were you doing that time?
Listen, man, I don't know where I was, man. I think I was drunk. I was drunk, somewhere drunk, man. But I remember just celebrating like crazy when we just turned you guys over, man. I think Luke had a pick 6 in that game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, man. I mean, it was so overhyped. The Cardinals had Anquan and Larry, and it just felt good to destroy you guys. I mean, it wasn't even close. It wasn't close, man. It was
bad. It was definitely bad. Yeah, it was something that I think the score was 49-15, and I think the 15 was because you guys were playing soft. Yeah. You know, I'm not going to be 100% honest with you. So that's really what worries me about the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, man, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, say that I think this is an easy win. It's going to be a hard-fought win for us to get. I know you have different opinions on your end, but what do you think the score prediction is going to be? Be honest with you. Be honest with me here.
Okay. Listen, man, you guys are hell in the red zone. I don't know if you knew that, man, but y'all guys are tough in the red zone. You're tough on 3rd down. Let's see. I'm going to give us at least 3 touchdowns. And let's see. This was at 21. And about 4 field goals, man. So let's see. What's that? 24, 27, 30, 33, 17.
Really? So you don't think our defense is nothing, right? Bag of potato chips, pretty much, right?
Listen, we were able to take on the Chargers. Like to me, if we would have struggled with those guys, this upcoming matchup probably would have worried me. But the fact, let me ask you this: to be honest, just be honest. Take the fandom out of it. Do you think you guys got a better line or better defense than the LA Chargers?
I think we've definitely improved it. I think Chandler Jones is better than Joey Bosa. If you were going to ask me, if you're gonna ask me, absolutely 110%, I think Chandler Jones is better than Joey Bosa. No joke. I will say it to my grave. I will put my jersey on right now. Chandler Jones is on the field. His production is there, and he got 19 sacks.
That's crazy. Yeah. Let me tell you something. The answer is no, by the way, in case you didn't know. The answer is no, and the reason why I feel like I said, you guys get pressure with linebacker, and look, I got to give credit to Vance Joseph. Vance Joseph, he brings it from everywhere. That's one thing I do like about your coordinator. So if y'all are going to catch us slipping, I mean, y'all going to have to catch us in the right form or the wrong formation at the right time. You know what I mean? Get to us then. But it's not enough for me. I'm sorry, not enough.
No, you're fine. You're completely good. So last question for you. Do you think Teddy Bridgewater is really going to do it? Like, do you think he's going to give you a winning record?
Listen, Teddy Bridgewater. No, first of all, we're not going to have a winning. Well, no, we're not going to have a winning record. We'll win this game, but we're not going to have a winning record. Teddy Bridgewater is who Teddy Bridgewater is. A system quarterback. He's a game manager, but he does the right things. He does a lot of things good, man. He's a game manager. He will drive you up and down field. He'll make the right read. He'll make the safe read. He's not a guy that's going to hit an X factor. He's not a Cam Newton. When the game is tight, he can just take over. He's not a Patrick Mahomes that can do it with his feet and legs. He's not a Lamar Jackson. He's not a guy that can take over a game. He's a guy that has to have a script in front of him, and he has to have a scouting report. And if he can execute that scouting report, and if he can march up and down the field based off that scouting report, that's good enough for us. But if you're asking him to freelance and do that whole Cam Newton and Patrick Mahomes thing, it's a long day, man. But 7-9 is my prediction for our record. In the first year without preseason and without training camp, full training camp, that's a good number to me, man. I love.
Yeah, no, that is actually really good. Honestly, that's a good. I could see the Cardinals, and I know you're gonna laugh. Yeah. I can see us get like 9 to 10 wins. We're playing the NFC West. They are garbage. I'm sorry, East. Did I say West? I meant East.
No, you're in the NFC West.
No, I'm sorry. We're playing the NFC East. So as far as like we're playing a lot of the NFC West, East teams. We're 1-0 against the San Francisco 49ers. Some might say, hey, we got lucky because the wide receiving core was depleted. I think we beat them. We always play them tough every time we beat them. I apologize. I think I might have said West, but we're playing a lot of the NFC East teams this schedule. Obviously, we have to go through the NFC West people too, but I don't know. I just feel like everything's going to falling good for us. But, man, I appreciate you being on here.
No worries.
Thank you so very much for all your time, dude. I really appreciate it. I do want to give one big shout out here to the Fan to Fan Network. It's pretty much where Keep Pounding TV, AZ Sports Fan, we do a live stream every Sunday morning. Is it 11?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. There you go. Perfect. Well, I appreciate you for being on the channel, man. Go ahead and make sure you check out Big Katt and Keep Pounding TV if you're looking for more Panthers content. That's the guy for you right there. All right, guys. Thank you so very much. I'm out.
Pause up.